Joel Berkeley was due to start out of position 10 in this heat race. And JJ will go behind him now, and Joel gets a fourth.
Well, Ron, I just had to quickly check the record book, but this is the first time for Josh Arm and first time for anybody that anybody has ever won all 3 heats on the opening night of the Kings Royal.
It's a stat. It's a good stat. How cool is that? So it's Darren Lester, Jason Boss, Kai Walters, Joel Berkeley. It'll be Stephen Love, Shane Roycroft, and JJ Hamilton.
This is some great pictures here. You won't see a lot of this if you sit on the hill and you don't make your way down the pit area. Just what goes into getting ready. There's always a sequence. We saw Brody Boss leaning in there, making sure the lap belts were tight. Those were the middle ones that were crossing off. They made sure the shoulder belts were lined up over his Hans device, which it's basically a giant piece of carbon fiber that sits underneath of your shoulder straps, and that clips to your helmet to keep your head straight in a crash. He's triple checking the wheels on tight, so he's giving a tug, make sure the wheel doesn't slip off. He pulled that down from the hook, and he rolls away, getting set to join the field.
Love Roycroft and JJ Hamilton. Let's go racing with this one and see what happens. Kai Walters is handy on the bottom, and he really hustles. Berkeley got over the cushion, and he just bangs her in there. And that was probably the time he needed to be.
Look at him
a little bit too late. Look at him go to work all right, mate.
Right behind these two in front of him. So on screen, that's Boss on the inside, Walters on the outside, and Berkeley right up against the concrete. What a shot down the back straightaways. We're still side by side in front. And Walters goes through to P2. Nice job, K Darby. Switch back to the inside, and Jason Boss now just misses that middle lane and drops back to 4th position, Ryan.
Lester from Walters. Berkeley, the WA #1. He sits in 3rd. Jason Boss, JJ Hamilton. It's a pretty handy 5. Walters to the top, Berkeley to the bottom. Berkeley moves into position 2. No, he doesn't.
Oh.
Just buzzes the car up on the slick, and Walters gets back by him.
You could hear it down the back straightaway. He got through that slick patch, and the thing just went ring, ding, 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 ding down the back straightaway and went absolutely nowhere. It stood up on the back tyres. Look at him try and hook the line. Goes through the slick and has to go back to the top. This is a wonderful racetrack to watch these technical battles play out on. Lester now to the bottom, Kai Walters to the top. As Walters got something in the closing laps here, we're halfway through heat race number 19 as we're yellow. And the Hulk, he is facing the wrong way in turn number 4.
Oh, wow. And now Walters has got to try to get the bottom to work. And that's, to be fair, that's the best I've seen Joel run the bottom. He's been awful this year trying to run the bottom. I've got to be fair.
I wasn't going to say it. He just likes to run the top. If the bottom's the place to be, Joel hasn't been a big fan of it, but the car looked really good then.
Rotated very nicely. Kai can put the thing anywhere and take nothing away from the Lexus of Darren Lester out in front.
I walked past Darren out in the pit area. I literally overheard him say to Joel Berkeley, said, "Don't you make me look silly in this heat race."
Good
but
mates.
He's holding his own here. Here's D. Lester in the Lexus. He's just got 2 of the greatest operators in the country right behind him right now.
That's a better restart. No rolling laps. How good was that? Good job. Ripper job. Let's get back into it quickly. Lester, your leader. Berkeley on the outside of Walters. Lester down on the bottom. Berkeley rips the cushion. They're side by side for the lead. Berkeley, Lester, Walters. Lester on the bottom, and Berkeley hits the front. Ripper drive in the Cush Clothing #1. Kai Walters comes back at Lester now. There's 3 laps left to run this time by, and it's Berkeley, Lester, Walters, Boss and Hamilton. Wow.
And this time, Walters tries to run that middle lane, tries to pinch down Darren Lester in the Lexus. Walters upstairs, makes a move into P2, and that restart really didn't favour Darren Lester. He was very comfortable out the front until then. Everyone back to the bottom in 1 and 2 as they just get off the infield berm. Settle the cars back down. Jason Boss back up to fourth as JJ Hamilton tries to make the move. Love with a little issue in 1 and 2, but keeps going with 3 wide for third as now Lester wants to look at the top and 2 to run. Make that one, Ryan Harris. Big finish incoming.
Yeah, Walters is good. Berkeley just checks away. The battle is intense for third, fourth and fifth. Berkeley past the Cush Clothing trailer for the final time, and Berkeley picks up a win. Walters a second after 2 heat wins. Boss, Lester, JJ Hamilton, Shane Roycroft and Stephen Love, a ripper race. And give it up for Joel Berkeley. Heat 19, sponsored by Clements Haulage. And ripper job, the Cush Clothing, number 1. Joel, nice work, mate. Seriously, ripper job. That's the best I've seen you roll the bottom for a while too.
Yeah, I guess so. Got to do what I don't know, some people say I can't do, run the bottom sometimes. But yeah, car's pretty good there. It's a massive thanks to everyone back in the pits. We've been trying stuff all night, and I think we're finally get something in the right direction. And obviously, car's good on the top down this end, or bottom this end, and top on that end. So we'll think of it overnight. We'll stick with some race cars for people that are racing tomorrow, and hopefully make the most of our 2 front row starts tomorrow.
Good on you, mate. Well done. Joel Berkeley picks up an important 36 points.